So this evening, working on the idea of monochromatic, having already done the little rectangular boxes that we were using to sort of see about layering, we're going to do some layering here, and we're starting with a monochromatic approach. One color, working that one color to create lights and darks, just as we did with those green boxes. And here I'm moving towards a brown, sort of a neutral brown. Later on we will also work with the dichromatic or duochromatic approach to the same idea of creating a light and dark painting. It can be an underpainting or it could be the whole painting all by itself. So let's just go ahead and get started with a little bit of color here.
And whatever you do, do not worry about being perfect with it. Just try to make an image that's got lighter and darker. Make use of the idea of lighter and darker areas. And I know that laugh meant, by the way. It's like, you think I'm going to be perfect? Why should you even give us that? Just do what you can do. Is that a question? No? Just one of those things where you went like, oops? Okay. And yes, you can be, some of the things you can be doing, so you can use your brush to make shapes, lines, marks, and filling in areas too. That's a perfectly legit. But I will gather you guys here in about a minute. got here early today, but I was running other errands, and I thought I should sit down and do one of these monochromatic ones, just to have a good one to show you guys. I don't think it's terrible, but it's just not, it's not making me as happy as I'd like it to. So, does that feel a little better? But I'm using a mix of painting on dry and then letting color blend, wet, a mix of drawing with my brush and then filling in areas as well.
Well, just about to wrap this one up here, this demo. What I've been working on, of course, is a monochromatic, using a combination of red and green to create a nice brown color. I was using negative space and positive space, or you might say positive silhouettes, negative silhouettes, broken silhouettes, trying to get some, if not all, of the details that I have in the photograph I was working from, but to give a full set of value range using a monochromatic painting. By the way, monochromatics are often used by artists to paint on top of with full color. As we can see with these next few images, you might work with gray or any neutral tone color, working very lightly or very darkly, full range even, to do an underpainting or to do a regular finish painting actually. Another way to work, also as an underpainting, unlike the monochromatic, is to use a di-chrome or duo chromatic painting. And that's what I'm starting here, using orange and blue, as you can use them as warm and cool colors. Obviously you can make between the two of them lots of different kind of grays and neutral color. And like I said, you can work on top, that can be used below another painting, or it can be used as a full and finished painting all by itself. Let's get started with this.
Some of the greenery. And maybe I look at the dark side of this and say, okay, that's a darker, cooler color. What did I choose? The small, I chose the wrong brush. It's a great brush, but it's kind of soft and wimpy, but you get the idea that the lighter side might be, or the warmer side. And you're just taking these two colors and mixing them together to get a lot of neutrals, and where it's darker, you can make any one of the three darker. Where it's a little more neutral, you can take it to a gray. Maybe that's one of the things you do with the shadow. Man, this brush is really soft. Not the kind of brush I start a painting with. I start with my stiffer brushes to get. It's just the way I work. Anyway, you can get it a richer color. You can get a little darker blue if you think you need a stronger dark someplace. explaining and not really making a lot of sense. But the idea that you can choose, if you see something warmer, like this is kind of, there's some warm yellows in here. I could easily play with that, the orange, but just you're playing with gray, but you're getting a cool gray and a warm gray. It's a bluish gray, it's a brownish gray, or an orangey gray.
So tonight we've worked through the idea of using two bright hues that are complementary colors or nearly complementary, and using those to create lots of grays in between. Finished product with this is perfectly acceptable as well. If you stay with the brighter colors and then use those to create lots of neutrals, you'll get a really nice set of harmonies and cohesive kind of painting. It can be exciting as well. Well, that's it for the night. See you soon.